3Below, Tales of Arcadia. So, this is the follow-up series to the cartoon series Trollhunters. Trollhunters had 3 seasons and then it finished. So, 3Below follows a prince named Kroll, a princess named Aja, and their bodyguard named Barbados Vex. And in the beginning of the show, they're in the middle of their crowning ceremony, essentially, to become prince and princess. And there's a big coup that happens, so they have to go on the run with their bodyguard, and they end up on Earth in Arcadia, where Trollhunters takes place. So there, they try to fit in while trying to fix their spaceship and trying to stay hidden from several bounty hunters and the evil general who conducted the coup to try to kill them and his parents and take over their kingdom. So that's the basic plot of the story. You got these aliens who come to Earth, Prince and Princess and their guardian, and they're trying to just acclimate in their fish out of waters and, you know, trying to avoid being assassinated pretty much from bounty hunters and everything. So this is actually a really, really good show. If you enjoyed Trollhunters, you would definitely enjoy this show. It has a lot of the great and similar aspects to it because it's made by the same people. It has the same great writing, great character developments. It's overall just a lot of fun. And since it takes place in Arcadia, this show takes place during the last season of Trollhunters. We actually saw these characters, Aja and Kroll, in the last season of Trollhunters. They were in 2 episodes. I think the second to the last episode and like the 9th episode. It was somewhat of an introduction to them, and they kind of, in this show, they also kind of intertwine with Trollhunters. We actually get to see, I guess this is kind of a spoilers, I think it was in the trailer though, we actually get to see Jim and the rest of his Trollhunter crew in this show a few times actually, because like I said, and they connect a little bit because at the end of the last season of Trollhunters, these characters showed up. So while the last season of Trollhunters is happening, this is the first season that's going on for 3Below. So it's very interesting. You get a lot of Easter eggs and everything from Trollhunters, which is a lot of fun, and it's something I really appreciated. Like I said, this show's a lot of fun. I really love the characters. We get a lot of characters from Trollhunters. Pretty much a lot of the kids from school. They get a lot more screen time. Steve in particular has a lot more time in this show, and they definitely develop him a lot more than in Trollhunters, which he actually grew a lot in Trollhunters, but he grows even more, and we get to know more about him and understand him in this show as well, which I really appreciate because Steve and Eli became 2 of my favorite characters in Trollhunters, so we get to see more of them in this show, but especially of Steve. The new characters are also fantastic. Barbados Vex is a very serious, kind of funny character. I really liked him. And he also kind of has a little bit of a mystery to him, I want to say. It's not necessarily a mystery, but there's a big plot point when it comes to him that makes him very interesting as a character. And made this season very, very interesting. Aja, the princess, I absolutely loved her. She was a great character. I want to say she's my favorite character. And how she develops through the season. Don't want to say too much because of the spoilers and everything, but she was definitely a standout and my favorite character this season, and she's just like a lot of fun and great. So overall, this is just a great show. If you enjoyed Trollhunters, it's a lot of this great same stuff from that show, the same great writing, character development, and everything. They carry it over into this show, except this is more of a sci-fi show with a different main cast instead of the mystical troll hunting aspect. It's sci-fi, you know, royal endangerment, try not to get assassinated, fish out of water stuff. A lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. I give this show a 9 out of 10. Like I said, I absolutely loved it. Now I want to talk spoilers because as a fan of Trollhunters, I want to talk about some of the stuff that kind of comes up this season or for 3Below. So I'm going to count to 5 and then I'm going to talk some spoilers. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, spoilers. Get out of here. You've been warned. So there's actually a few episodes where they kind of cross over with Trollhunters. There's one episode where it's kind of they have their cake and eat it, where like this troll gets a piece of their spaceship, of Aja and Kroll's spaceship, and he keeps resetting time, and Jim is stuck in this time loop, but eventually Aja get stuck in the time loop with him, and they eventually get the Trollhunters and Aja's brother and Vex also into the time loop, and together they stop this troll who has the power to reverse time because of this piece of the spaceship, which was a lot of fun. By the end of the episode, they all forget everything that happened, but it was very cool to have this little crossover episode. But then, of course, there's another episode. Well, there's a couple of more. There's another episode where they meet up, like in season 3 of Trollhunters, 3 or 4. I forget what the last season was. Where they first introduce these characters. We get to see this episode through their point of view and what they're actually trying to accomplish in this episode, which is very interesting. And then the final 2 episodes take place at the last episodes of Trollhunters, so it's the big troll war going on in the city, and everyone's out there fighting and everything, and Jim has transformed into his beast form. While they're doing that, Aja and Kroll are running to their spaceship to try to save their parents, which is actually very cool. It's cool to see them there in the final battle happening, and it's cool how they intertwined it and made it so both things are happening at the same time. And because Aja's and Kroll's thing is a little bit smaller, they're just trying to get to their spaceship and save their parents, while there's this big, huge battle going on. So it's very cool and very interesting, and they do kind of help out, and I absolutely loved it. I love seeing that final battle. So the next season we're going to get is going to take place after Trollhunters, and I'm very excited to see what happens, because I want to see what characters are going to pop up from Trollhunters, because we know Jim and Claire take off at the end of Trollhunters. They go to New York, New Jersey, I think, to find a new troll crystal thing. I forget what it's called. But Toby and Jim's mom and Strickler stay behind. I think Arg stays behind as well. So they stay behind to kind of be guardians of the city. So I can't wait to see what happens if they become part of the main cast, or if we could just get to see more cameos and stuff. It's going to be very, very interesting to see for Trollhunter fans, and I'm super excited for that. Another thing I want to talk about is Vex. Like I said, there's a little bit of a mysterious aspect to his story, which is he's the traitor. Like in the beginning, they say there's a traitor who let down the shield, who let this evil general come in and invade. He's the one who let down the shield, and we find out halfway through the show, I think, we find out that he's the traitor. So it gets very interesting, because you're just like, was he going to try to kill the kids? Like, what's going on? He betrayed him, but now he's clearly helping him, because you don't get any inkling that he's a bad guy. Because when they invade, he tries to save the king and queen, and he saves Aja and Kroll. So you're just like, he's definitely a good guy, but all of a sudden you find out he's a traitor. When I saw that episode, my jaw just dropped. I was like, really? He's a traitor? No way, man. He seems so loyal and honest and like this good warrior. He's that good warrior type character. Like, he has this code and everything. There's no way he would betray him, but he does, and he does have a somewhat good reason, I guess, because his family was killed by this group of assassins. They're pretty much terrorists. They set up a bomb and they killed their parents, and he felt like he wasn't able to get justice for his family, so that's why he kind of joined this general. But he regretted it, because in the first episode, the king and queen get shot. They don't die. They become little crystals. But when the king gets shot, he tells Vex, he's like, join me one last time in this final battle, protect my family. But when we see later on, there's another flashback. He says a few more things. He says, I know you betrayed us. And so Vex knows that the king knows that he betrayed him. So he feels real sorry and remorseful. And it's very interesting. But then in the episode, he's been exiled, and he actually gets kidnapped by one of the final assassins that was left alive. So I can't wait to see what happens with that. He's definitely going to come back, but I don't know if as a bad guy, maybe brainwashed or what. Very interesting stuff. So, like I said, overall, this is a great show. A lot of fantastic stuff that I love. I love Staja, Steve and Aja get together. They become a couple. And I absolutely love them as a couple. They're so weird and crazy. Like I said, that's one of Steve's growth. At first, Kroll gets in a fight with him because they think he's an alien, but Aja beats him up, and then eventually that makes Steve fall in love with her, and he asks her out on a date, and this romance slowly grows, and they finally kiss in the second to last episode, because they kind of build up to her, and I absolutely loved it. I love this romance. I actually kind of love it more than Jim and Claire's romance. It's just so fantastic and a lot of fun, and I love these characters together. So I can't wait to see more. Staja, I forget what their name was, which is a lot of fun. And that's another thing I loved about this show. Like I said, overall, it's a lot of fun. A good story, great characters. I can't wait for the next season. It's a lot of fun for Trollhunter fans. You get a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of episodes with Jim and the team again, which was good to see them. And hopefully we'll get to see Toby and Arg in the next season. And hopefully, I kind of want them to be a part of it because I miss these characters. But even if they just make a few cameos, I think I'll be happy. So if you watched the show, what did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.